or sometimes even an umi.
Oh yeah, kid, you need some crumping real bad.
You better be quiet because I can see the murderous smile on Missy's face. This is the I'm going to punch you both if we don't stop talking.
He's a kid.
Let's see if I need to connect my bot again, because it seems to have to be connected every time I go live. Let me see quickly. No, that's connected. That's connected. Good. Come on, Streamer Labs. Okay, I think we're on. So, hello everyone. I do sincerely apologise for the technical difficulties. I can hear everyone again, so that's perfect. So, let me jump to roll 20. Okay, so Nate, can you please talk us through everything?
Sure thing. Somebody keeps pooping roll 20. Can we get that to stop?
Yeah, it's my fault. Sorry, we're just having an argument. I'm stopping now.
Okay, so far we've had... In the first adventure, the party was charged with recovering a dragon's egg, but it turned out to be a phony. And you also ran into some thugs, some undesirables in that session there, but you did manage to recover the egg. In the second session, you guys were charged with rescuing a family who was captured by a gang of goblins and a bugbear, if you remember that.
Yep.
And in yesterday's session, your party was charged with investigating a rumor that someone who was interred at the local cemetery was in fact not a human at all, but rather a polymorphed green dragon. And you discovered some of the secrets behind that. And according to what you found, it appears that someone is trying to create an undead...
Sorry, you cut out. An undead...
Dragon.
An undead dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So the three of you wake... Wait, how many people do we have?
4.
We have 4 players. Okay, the 4 of you wake up, you head down, you have a nice breakfast with some lemon cake squeezies or whatever it was you were having.
Yes!
Yes! And you enjoy your breakfast, and for the first time, nothing happens.
I look expectantly at the door of the inn, At this point in the proceedings, since some strange and mysterious figure come offering us compensation for doing some terrible job that ends up with me on the floor, sprawled down and brought back to life by Abraxas? Abraxia.
You all finish your breakfast. You're milling around Madame Friona's tea kettle. Madame Friona, as always, has been an excellent hostess, and her daughters are working hard to keep you guys happy. You don't really see anyone else around the tavern at all, and after about 30 minutes of just sitting there with nothing to do, you all decide that you're going to go and take care of your errands. So let's do our shopping for the day and preparations for any adventures that might come up. And please post anything you purchase into chat along with the price and gold pieces.
Okay. Can I ask if my splint mail has arrived yet?
Well,
We only played. You played the session yesterday after you ordered it, and then today you'll have to finish the session before it.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Okay. I have got my Harper potion.
oh yeah, everybody gets a Harper potion, I believe.
Yeah, you get a free health potion.
Ooh, cool.
But if you don't use it, it'll disappear. But you'll get it for the next
Fair
session.
enough, yeah.
So basically, it's a in-session time to use it. Okay, so I have my Harper potion. Okay, I don't,
$10 machine.
I don't think there's anything else I really want, to be honest. Maybe I could buy some more bolts, although I have 20 bolts and I haven't really used it, so I might leave it. Yeah, I might just leave that then.
The only time that you will lose your bolts is if you roll a critical fail on firing a bolt. There's a chance you could.
Because you get to pick it up again afterwards, is that right? Okay.
I mean, for bolts, yeah, you're gonna recover those. Obviously, you don't want to use them once and then get rid of them.
Okay. I don't really know if there's anything I want.
Do I want heavy armor or like medium armor with the shield or no?
You can wear medium armor, but if you buy it, it probably won't be ready today, because normally you have to wait to play 2 games to get your armor.
Never mind then. I'm good. I'll just buy a shield
Awesome.
and a potion.
That's 10 gold then for your shield, so just deduct that from your amount.
Yeah.
And, and type it into your. You've already done it,
Yeah.
so that everybody knows that you've got it. Okay. Let me think. Is there anything else that my character wants? I mean, I'm a monk, so I don't really have an awful lot. I've got 3 healing potions.
I just want to stress that my character is very stressed at the moment because he haven't punched anyone since morning breakfast, and I'm very, very stressed about this. So, just saying. I haven't got to smashing yet.
Abraxia turns to Gazgul and pats him on the back and says, "I feel your pain. I want to smash and kill something too."
Oi, finally someone who understands.
I just look at you both and go, "Oh my god, there's 2 of them." I'm like, "But there's only 1 of me. How am I going to stop both of them from going in and poking things?"
I look at
Just walked
Avros.
out and went into shopping.
I turn to Avros and say, "Do you think you're going to buy anything?"
He's already like grabbing stuff and buying, and like he's gone. Like he's already shopping.
Check your roll 20 chat for the inventory list of what people are buying.
I typed it out with gold price.
Yeah, there's not a lot that my character can really use.
How do I roll for the
I'm not
inventory?
proficient in anything.
Sorry, huh?
Should I roll d20 for inventory? Or
No, just add what you've bought
Oh, alright,
here
alright.
and then deduct it in your money.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
see.
it's all good.
Okay.
Oh, and by the way, everyone, Vendor and no, Many More Games has got his own Discord. Yeah, so Vendor Gazgul is going to be sharing my microphone, just so you guys know.
Hello.
3 people, 1 mic.
No. Many More Games is using his own push to talk on Discord, aren't you?
I am, but I'll be coming through. Yes, it is just coming through the one mic, I'm afraid, because otherwise I have to keep jumping back and forth between Discord and.
Oh, because of push to talk. Yeah. All right. So sorry, we're going to have 3 people on mine: myself, Abraxia, Gazgul, and Felix.
We'll just have to be careful not to talk over each other if we can possibly help it.
Yes, that's true.
Everybody ready?
I'm
I
ready,
believe
yeah.
so. There's nothing I really need. Yep, I am okay. Got a lot of gold.
All right, well, you guys do your shopping for the day. Look around. You don't see any blackguard running around. You don't see any people chasing each other. There doesn't seem to be any fights. So you head back to Madame Friena's.
Okay.
Day with peace, finally.
I look over at Aravos and I say, seriously? Is that why you signed up to be an adventurer?
I never signed up for anything. This is just pay.
I
I
is
wrap
bored. My god demands smashing, and this is not smashing. I am bored, and my god is bored. I need someone to smash and bash. This is not good.
The frustration level of our half-orc is becoming palpable. He's short. Speaking.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, it's just coming over here. Okay. Can I turn? What's the name of the halfling who owns the Madam? What's her name?
Madam Freedom.
Madam Freedom. Can I? Madam Freedom?
Madam Freya.
Fiona.
Madam Fiona. Can I go to Madam Fiona and say, have you heard of anything going on in town today? Is there anything that we can help with? We're a little bit at a loose end here.
Please say no.
Okay, so you guys are like finishing up your lunch and looking around, and you notice it seems to be really quiet in the tavern. There's not really anybody around except for your party, Fiona and her daughters. And she says, "No, actually, this is the quietest day that we've had here in a while. I mean, usually it's a little slow on what are we going to call it today? Sunday. Usually it's a little slow on Sunday, but this is unusual."
Okay.
I is gonna smash anyone who's looking at me wrong way. I'm so mad at this point. There's nothing's happening. Really.
I say, have a beer.
All right, so
Had too many already.
you guys enjoy your lunch. You go ahead and you're kind of like milling around town, looking for people who are in trouble or who need help. You're not really seeing anything. A few hours pass by, and you reconvene back at the tavern, and you see now that there is actually quite a few people here for the evening time meal, even feast. In fact, the tavern is so crowded that the bar and all the tables are filled, except for the table in the center of the room, which you all sit down at and prepare to feast and hope for the best.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect place to get into the fight. Yeah, I like it.
Can I? What's on the menu tonight?
Fight, I hope.
All of your favorites.
Okay.
Okay, now this is getting weird.
Are we caught in an illusion spell or something? This might be something that seems to be happening. Are we in a mass delusion? By this time, I've normally stabbed by some roving skeleton.
As you all kind of look around and you're kind of taken by how, like, it's been really quiet. you know that Flan is kind of a rough city, and that Madame Friona's Tavern is kind of a place where you can find a kind of refuge from a lot of the troubles as an adventurer that you might run into in the streets, because of course everybody knows that adventuring is a pretty well-paid job, and so robbers and bandits and things like that are pretty well attracted to adventurers. But Madame Friona's has proven to be a safe kind of haven, and you're starting to wonder, like, why nothing seems to be happening. And just then, a half-orc comes through the front door of the tavern.
Okay.
Oh.
I look up and then I look over at Gazgul and say, "Oh, this can't be good."
This looks good.
Well, I enjoyed it while it lasted.
Does this half-orc look familiar to us? Have we seen him before?
You don't recognize him, but he looks around the room, like kind of quickly glances around, and he fixes his eyes on you. And then he approaches your table and picks a seat right at the head of your table, and he flashes a big, toothy grin, showing his lower, kind of half tusks because he's half orc. And he speaks with clenched teeth. He says, "Just act natural. Everyone in this room is in grave danger."
I smile over at him and say, with between my teeth, "What do you mean, grave danger?"
Speaking like that is actually really weird.
I'll say, what your kid is talking about? What?
What danger, I say to him.
He says, "Just act normal, but listen closely. Everyone's life might be in danger. My name is Burrell Ka. I represent the Emerald Enclave, a group that watches over the happenings in Flan and beyond. I was just told by an associate that a potentially devastating magical object was brought into the tea kettle. Don't know what it looks like or who has it, but I need your help in finding it. I recognize you because of the Dragonborn in your party. We don't see many of that type around here. Would you please split up and talk to anyone who looks suspicious and find out if they are in possession of a powerful item? Of course, it goes without saying, don't let them know what you're doing, or the possessor of the item might set it off if they become aware."
I say, like Brother Keith.
Badly.
I say, like Brother Keith, a member of the same organization.
I'm sorry, repeat that.
I said, like Brother Keith from
This guy is with the Emerald Enclave, not with the I forget what his faction was.
Sorry, they just had the same description. Okay.
I think it was maybe Order of the Dawn or something.
Ah, okay.
Does he have to survive?
Sorry, yes. Okay.
I mean, I guess maybe everybody surviving would be the ideal.
Okay, can I cast my eyes around the room for any groups of people that look suspicious, or any maybe individual stragglers who are standing by themselves?
The orc sees you start to look around and he says, "Don't look over there." He says, "Look, here's what we're going to do. Everybody go to the bar and get a drink. And then before you sit down, split up and each talk to some people at each table."
Okay. I've gone to the bar.
Okay. The bar as well.
Alright.
I speak to the bartender and I say, "I would like to buy a beer, please."
Me too.
Oi, a beer! Yeah, kid.
Madame Fiona pours up beers for the whole party. And she's been in this tavern a long time. She knows when she smells trouble. And she signals to her daughter. They get you your drinks, and then they both steps to check on the rooms upstairs.
Okay.
Good call.
Can I see? Well, okay, I know which steps they took and where they went. Okay, I saw that basically.
Okay. Well, I will sidle over to the table that is closest to me.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on. What I would like you to do is, this is not for combat, so don't get nervous. But please, everybody roll initiative to decide the turn order, because all of these turns are going to be happening at the same time. I just want to know which order to narrate.
Sure.
Wow.
Why did they roll so well now? After those ones in previous session.
Did I roll it yet? Or-
You just click initiative. Click the word initiative.
I did. I did. I got a 15.1.
Alright, fair enough. So I suck. That's good.
Better than Erebos in the last lesson, the last thing, wasn't it? Critical ones.
So I got like the last one. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to happen.
Okay, so again, the party is splitting up, okay? You guys are all going to be talking to a different set of people, like, you know, like you're trying to make conversation. First to act is Aravos, and I would like you to please go ahead and roll 1d6.
Can I just spend this round still at the bar? And then go?
We're not in combat and we're not in rounds. It's just I'm trying to just decide the order that I'm going to be telling the story in. Okay, so you're going to go to the table in the southeast corner.
Okay, I see it. I'm still gonna be. Before I go, I'm gonna just stand at the bar
No, it's fine. It's fine. Take your time.
with the tumbler in my hands, and I'm gonna try and go to drink it, and just stop and look at it, and then look to the side, like into the air, and then lay it down and just look for it. Look at the beer for this.
Okay, that's no problem.
There's a reason for this. So next.
Next to roll 1d6, please, Mr. Felix. Okay, you'll be going to the table on the northeast corner.
So I sort of like I'm standing at the bar and I sort of make I sort of start as if something has taken my interest. Grab my mug and sort of start to sidle over towards the table.
All right. Next to roll is Abrax.
So that was a 1d6, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
1d6, please. Okay, you will be going to the southwest corner.
Okay, I take my beer and I walk over here.
And Gaz, please go ahead and roll a 1d6.
Yep.
Okay, you will be going to the southernmost table.
This one?
Yes, sir?
Yeah. Alright, I'll grab my beer and I just walk straight there because I'm looking at the guys a little bit menacingly.
Who's still sitting at the table?
I think that's Avaros.
Yeah, I'm still at the bar. That's correct.
He's a slow gift.
The table at the center of the room is the one I'm referring to. There's somebody there with 20 HP.
I believe that is actually you. You've got two
I've got two.
Abraxia.
Yeah,
There we go, it's gone.
Abraxia copied herself.
Okay, so the half-orc, he also walks up to get a drink with you all. And then he takes a position close to the door.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Aravos, please give us a little flavor and tell us how you approach your.
He takes his tankard and just like lazily walks up to, starts walking through the tavern, trying to find a seat or something, and then just walks up to the table, and if there's a free seat, he leaves the tankard, saying, "Well, the beer is good here, but I kind of have an issue with this, so anyone want a free drink?"
Alright, so as you approach the table and sit down, an older human man and a dwarven woman dine together, talking emphatically. Neither one looks like an adventurer, as both are dressed in fine clothes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, there's just a little bit more. As you approach and sit down, the human male tells you that you're interrupting a private meeting. And the dwarf also reinforces the sentiment.
Excuse me. I was just trying to offer a free drink to the nice couple here. I would also like to offer my services for a nice background music of the evening. I am also sort of a performer, and if you have a meeting where you might not want other people to hear what you're talking, and some nice music would cover that. That right up.
Give me a first. Give me a persuasion.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm gonna leave now.
Okay. I would also like you to roll a wisdom check, please.
Perception. Okay.
Was I not talking that whole time? Oh my god.
Nope.
No, I didn't hear. Sorry.
Okay, so as you oh man, I just said the whole thing.
It happens.
Okay, your sales pitch for the music draws a frown from the human male, and the female dwarf kind of hides her face a little. With that perception check, you actually notice that it seems like these two are intentionally trying to basically go unnoticed by sitting in the corner in, basically the dark where no one else is at, and want to be left alone.
Hi. Hi. The lovey-dovey couple should stay in the hiding. I'll just be around. And if I basically fail with this, I'm just gonna stand up, pull out my newly bought viola, and just start playing. And just like walk around.
The human male, he looks a little irritated when you start playing, but then as you walk away, he kind of stops paying attention and goes back to what he... next will be Felix, please.
Okay, so as I said, I sort of slowly prick up my ears as if something has caught my attention. Maybe a sound or a noise coming from the table. I grab my tankard and I start to saunter over there as if I'm just genuinely interested in what's going on at the table.
Ping that for me, please.
Repeat it. So I say, I pick up my tankard and my ears prick up as if I am something has piqued my attention, and then I slowly saunter over to the table as naturally as I can, as if to try and to engage with what's going on at the table.
Thank you. Could you ping the map for me?
Ping on the map. Perfect.
Thank you. A wild elf dines alone at this table. She looks out of place in a nice establishment like this. She wears leather armor dirty with sweat, grime, and the stains of moving through vegetation. A fine-looking bow of strange purple-hued wood is strung across her back.
Okay, I look over to as I approach the table, and I move towards her. I say, "I hope you don't mind my intrusion. I just had to know do you come from a particular clan or tribe? I know this might be impertinent, but as a half elf, I was left at a temple, so I'm always trying to get information on the local tribes, just so that I can try and pinpoint where my parents originally came from."
All right. When you first approach, the female elf nods at you, but says nothing. After you ask her a question about her elf heritage, she reveals that she speaks in a whispered tone. Her name is Surik. I've been patrolling the quivering forest for the last 2 weeks, making sure none of the more malevolent fey creatures don't bother anyone. I've recently taken leave for a few days, and I wish to start my vacation off with a good meal. I know that the food here is hailed across the county as good food, and so that is my reason for being.
I say, I appreciate the work that you've been doing for us in our community. It makes me glad to know that someone is out there looking after the people of this town and the surrounding area. Let me at least pay for your meal, so that I can appreciate.
You're half elf, right?
Sorry?
Half elf?
Yes, I'm a half elf.
Okay, please go ahead and roll a nature check.
Okay, oh great.
Okay, actually, she says, "Oh, thank you," and she kind of gives a.
Sorry, you cut out there, Nate.
She thanks you for the meal, and she offers you sort of a coy look.
A what?
A what look?
She's coy.
Oh. I suddenly realised, and I suddenly realised what she's doing, and I say, I've never seen. I say, I hope you don't mind, but another question. But I've never seen a bow of that make or hue. Is it a particular wood, or is it enchanted in some way?
When you mention her bow, she genuinely looks excited for the chance to talk with another sharing some heritage with her about her purple hue bow. She says, "The wood is fashioned from Morcant pearl, a rare wood that grows only within the quivering forest."
I've never heard of such a wood. Does it have any special properties?
It's very rare, and its purple color makes it very valuable among my family.
Well, it is definitely an exceptional piece.
Oh, thank you so very much. I carved it myself.
Well, as I said, as I said, I'd be very happy to pay for a meal, and I hope you don't mind if I join you.
She says, oh please, I'd be very happy to have some.
So I signal to. Sorry, I'm talking to the GM now out of character, but you won't believe what Missy is doing in the background. Okay. I say, well, hopefully, when our esteemed hostess returns, I can get the meal for you. Until such time, can you tell me a little bit more about the wild elves in the area? Maybe even your own family or clan. I mean, because I as I said, I'm genuinely interested in the genealogy of the elves of the local area, being that I myself am a foundling.
She says, oh, you're interested in talking about a family?
Well, not for myself at the moment, no. But mainly because it's hard growing up not knowing where you come from, and having to build your own identity. Maybe you can tell me some more about the Quivering Forest.
She says, my entire clan lives on the far side of the Quivering Forest, and there have been attacks coming from the Quivering Forest on both sides, from malevolent creatures who live in the woods, who are among the Fae.
What kind of creatures?
Bad creatures.
I say, well, I was lucky to grow up in quite a secluded and protected area, so I'm not really that well versed in the dangers of the forest or the Quivering Wood.
Okay, well, your new friend who, she says, maybe we should get together sometime and you can meet my parents and we can talk about Quivering.
I say that would definitely be something that I'd be interested in doing. However, just at this very moment, I have a commitment with a party of adventurers. But maybe once I have seen through that commitment, we can talk about the future arrangement.
She kind of pouts a little bit, but agrees, and you two continue to dine together at the table. And let's see, next to act, Brax.
Okay, so I get my beer and I walk over to the table, and as I do so, I go over and I look at the people. Can you tell me who I'm looking at?
Please clean your table.
Okay, so my table is over here.
Thank you very much. Table 5, table.
A large male dragon sits at the table.
Nice.
That's so funny you just said that.
Is he really? Can I fight him?
Well, Braxia, you see a pale-scaled dragonborn woman dining alone. She looks around nervously as she eats, startled at every sound.
Wow, okay. I go over to her and I say, my dear, are you okay? You seem a little bit distracted or worried. Can I help in any way?
Alright, well, when you approach her and reach out as if you're going to touch her, she actually flinches and covers her face with her arm.
Oh dear, I wasn't going to hurt you or anything.
She says, I'm sorry. My name is Minika. I'm here planning to explore the mountains to the north, looking for treasure. But I've already been attacked by bandits twice since I came to Flan, and everyone stares at me because of my white dragon heritage.
Oh my dear, that's awful. You've been attacked by bandits? So you're an adventurer like me. That's fantastic. I myself, as you can see, am a red dragonborn, and I look at your scales and I don't see anything wrong with your colour.
Alright. She says, it's very nice to talk to someone who is also a dragonborn, but I'm starting to think maybe I'm not cut out for the life of an adventure.
I wouldn't worry about that. I mean, I started out, quite early in my life, and you have it. Being an adventurer, there's danger. And you've just got to learn how to deal with that, and you learn that by experience. So maybe I could help you. May I sit down with you and discuss, how you are planning to get to the mountains of the north for treasure, and maybe I can help you with the planning, show you where not to go so you don't get attacked by bandits and such?
She says, how can I tell you my plans? I don't know you. I can't trust you like that. I've already been attacked twice by bandits.
Well, how can I prove that I am of good worth?
She seems to, at your question, she seems to soften a bit. The scales on her face seem to relax a bit, and she says, I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
So I asked, how can I prove myself not to be, trying to steal her treasure or being a bad person? How can I prove myself that I am genuinely trying to help her?
Okay, she says, after recent events, I'm naturally slow to trust, but if you're looking for a friend, I might be interested in getting to know someone a little.
Yes, that's absolutely fine. May I sit and join with you then and discuss, about where we're from and sort of get to know each other?
Okay, that sounds like a really good idea. The two of you sit down together at the table and have a meal and discuss your past histories and things. I'm going to go ahead and move on. Don't forget, everybody, this is all happening simultaneously.
Okay.
So next to act is Gaz. Please do me a favor and ping your table and give it a...
Yeah. So, I'm grabbing my beer and I'm moving to the table, trying to find who's sitting there and trying to find the meanest, baddest looking guy sitting there. So what do I see?
As you approach the table, a half-elf man is dining alone, playing with his food with a grumpy expression on his face. He jots notes into a small notebook on the table.
So just a little pointy ear elf. I'm a little bit disappointed, but fair enough. I walk to him and I tell him, "Oi! I'm having a good fight in like a day, and I'm pretty pissed. But you look like a guy. That looks like a guy who would like to have a wrestle fight with me. I'll bet you 10 golden coins you cannot take me on. Yeah, git." What does he say?
When approached, the elf... Hold on a second, this is too... Okay, when approached, the half-elf man looks up at you, perplexed at the interruption. After regaining his bearings, he says, "You must be joking. My name is Shyler. I'm a food critic. Do I look like I want to fight someone like you? Have you ever had such terrible meal?" He points to his plate, and he says that the cook obviously used too much safflower oil. He says, "Such meat is far too pungent to use in such quantities."
Yeah, git. I wasn't asking. I was telling you what's gonna happen.
I'm sorry, just 1 second. Before you say that, can we get a DC? Oh no, I'm not going to tell you that. But can I please get a nature check?
Sure. Which one's nature?
Please don't get a natural one.
Okay. With that nature check.
Oh god.
With that nature check, you know you don't like this guy.
Yeah. Fair enough.
He says, "Please just go away and leave me to my meal."
You get, I wasn't asking. I'm telling you what's gonna happen.
Okay, if you want to start fighting,
I wanna do arm wrestle, not
Let me
fight.
think for a second. Let me think for 1 second. Let me just think for a second how I want to handle
If you
this.
attack
'cause
him,
I
you'll get
wasn't
thrown in
expecting.
jail.
Fair enough.
You're not supposed to start a fight. We've got a
I'm
bomb.
alright with fighting.
We've got a magical bomb in the room and you're trying to start a fight yourself.
So his priorities lie.
You've got a dangerous
Okay, so the food critic, he looks at you, and it's obvious he's starting to become afraid. His eyes grow wide. He kind of slides back in his chair. He kind of gets sort of a really strained expression on his face, and then he actually he throws up all over your feet, and he says, "I told you there's too much safflower oil," and then he kind of like lays sick on the floor.
He lays sick on the floor.
He was too sick.
That slapping sound is me smacking my head.
Wow. Alright, can I just just kick him and leave? Because this is. Oh yeah, I'll kick him.
Listen, this man is a peasant, a commoner. If you hit him, I guarantee he's going to die.
Wait. Just kicking him is good. Okay, fair enough. Can I lightly, very lightly, kick him and then taste the food and then I spit on him and just walk away? Would that be alright? And saying.
Go ahead and roll your attack roll, please, on that unarmed.
Oh no. Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Go for non-lethal damage.
So, which one is that?
Non-lethal.
Unarmed.
Yeah, he already specified non-lethal damage.
On my map?
Yeah. And then go to the dice. And what's the dice from?
Yeah, alright. Which one? D6
He
or
just rolls unarmed. So it's 1d4.
1d4?
Oh, you need to roll an attack, so d20
D20 then.
for 1 damage. You miss. No, you hit.
Yeah, fair enough. That's alright.
Now wait a second. This guy's a food critic and a peasant. He's not dodging a 14 in any.
Sorry.
He takes 4 damage and he barfs up again right on the foot that you just kicked him with, and he's like, "Just leave me alone."
I'm alright with that. That's okay. But I would like to taste. Maybe not taste this food, but maybe it's poisonous though. Like, really?
Smell it.
Can I smell the food? What he's eating?
Go ahead and smell the food and roll another nature check.
I'm pretty bad at this.
Oh!
You think that it smells like food?
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. I'll just spit on him, and can I move to a different table that's not occupied? Because I think this guy is not possessing any threat to us by puking twice at this moment. Like, seriously.
Okay. Have we gone through everybody's turn? Yes, we have. So, starting back at the top of the order, I want Aravos to roll a d6, please.
Was it the D6?
Yeah, 1d6, please.
Okay.
Was that me? Yeah, I think that was me.
Okay, Aravos, you're going to be taking the easternmost table, the one that's halfway up.
Which Easterns? Middle Eastern? Yep. Yep, I know what I said. Okay. Do I take the turn or just?
Hold on a second. We're gonna get everybody to roll.
Sure.
Can you
Felix,
roll,
go ahead and roll that 1d6 with.
Of course.
You both roll 2, right?
Okay.
Because
Avros.
Aravos roll 2 and you need to re-roll.
I got it under control, guys. I got it.
Okay, alright, fair enough.
Abraxia, go ahead and roll your d6.
Okay. Here we go. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. That is actually all the rolls I need to determine what I need to determine. So we'll continue with you. Aravos and Felix, you will both be charged with the Middle Eastern table where they're serving makrava or whatever.
Okay.
Who's sitting at that table?
Abraxia and Gaz will be taking the table that hasn't been taken yet, which is
Middle one? Or this one? Okay,
Okay, I am there.
fair enough.
okay, and we're going to go ahead and handle the Middle Easterns first.
So I wipe off my mouth delicately with a napkin. I bow to the wild elf and start to make my way over to the other table.
Our boss, you too. Hopefully.
Hello?
Hello?
We lost Rogue Gamer.
Hi, Rogue. Hello?
He's got it under control.
Can you hear me now?
I can
hear
I've
you,
been trying to
yeah.
talk for a while.
Yep, I can hear you now, hon.
Okay, so it was just my connection. Who or what is sitting at that middle table?
Two older human women dine at this table. They seem to be spending more time looking around the room than actually chatting with each other.
Oh jeez, I'm gonna just pack up my gear and start walking past that table. Just trying to eavesdrop while I'm slowly walking and seeing if they're, I don't know, what the heck are they doing?
Okay. As Felix does approach the table, the two elderly ladies smile and welcome Felix to their table. Their names are Esma and Eve, and they are two widows who meet here once each week to watch the people and God.
So I smile at both of the ladies and I say, "What's new on the gossip train, darlings?"
Esma speaks up. She says, "Oh dear, you wouldn't believe it, but that male elf dining by himself over there. I heard that he robbed a convoy of what are those things called? A convoy of wagons a few months ago on the trail through the woods, and the bartender she has 5 daughters, but you know they all have different fathers."
No, really?
Esther then speaks up. She says, "Oh yes, dear, you wouldn't believe it, but the the Dragonborn woman over there. She arrived recently in town, just today, in fact. But I heard that she was once married to the king of West.
To the king? I'd never heard that before. That's interesting.
Oh yes, dear. She's a queen, but she went into hiding to hide her identity. Also, the bartender's daughters, they're all involved in a kidnapping ring where they steal young children and sell them on the black.
Honestly, after hearing that, I'm just gonna facepalm and walk away.
I say to them now. I don't want to alarm you, but I've heard some pretty alarming things about that red dragonborn as well. That's come in. I've heard that she goes out at night to the different caves around there, and she practices her swordcraft by cutting poor defenseless goblins in half.
Esma and Eve both look pretty shocked to hear that news, and they say, "Oh dear, can you believe it? I can't wait to tell the other girl."
I say, and you see that half elf over there who's sauntering around with his violin, his viola. Well, I heard that he got that viola for rescuing a half elf princess from another city, and in such great gratitude were they to him that that viola has magical properties that will extend the life of the user.
Oh yes, dearie, I heard that too. Says Esma, and she continues. I also heard that viola has magical properties and can grant one the ability to turn invisible or grow to giant size simply by playing the correct tune on the strings.
Can I roll perception to hear what the fuck It's somewhat important.
You want to listen to what they were saying?
Just this part. If I heard this part about animals, yeah.
You can totally hear that.
Okay. This is what comes from the barkeep.
Jolly good.
I say you can hear him now playing that tune. He's obviously made himself too large for the bar and is smacking his head upon the ceiling.
Okay.
They say, Asma says, "You can't fool me, dearie. He still looks the regular size."
Ah, but only to our eyes. Remember, he can turn invisible. Who's to say that cannot also cast an illusion spell to make him appear normal to our eyes, while at the same time granting him the great size and strength of his gigantic form?
They both look shocked when you say that. But then they just basically continue to tell wild stories about all the people in the tavern, people who live around the town. They're picking everybody apart, calling people witches, calling people, all kinds of evil things. Druids, and I'm not druid, cultists and demon worshippers, and all kinds of crazy things.
So I say one more thing to them. I say, I also heard that someone arrived in town recently and he was carrying a very important package. And, I mean, I haven't seen this person. I wondered whether maybe you two with your sharp eyes and ears might have seen this person who's appeared in town recently.
Ah, Eve is interested in what you have to say, and she says, "Well, dearie, I don't recognize that human at the next table, nor the female dwarf. I also noticed he appears to be trying to hide or not go noticed, and he's sort of he has a pack, but he's being very guarded about it."
Ah. I say, well, that might be the story that I heard. Good thing that you guys were here. I mean, I'd never have got the story from anyone else.
Oh dear, we know all the stories. I remember one time several years ago, it was perhaps, 13, 17, or 13, 18, I don't remember, but, I was dating a young man, and he was a wonderful lover, He used to caress me oh so gently under the sheets, and we would have such wonderful times together.
I's gonna burn the bar if I have to listen to this.
I start to pale visibly, and I start to make my excuses. It's so wonderful to talk to you both again. I hope to catch up with you next time we're in the bar.
It was lovely talking with you, dear. See you again very soon, we hope.
Oh, that would be wonderful. I'll catch up with you guys later. Take care of yourselves, dears.
Goodbye, dearie.
Okay. And so I take my beer and I sort of slowly saunter back to the bar.
Okay, let's go ahead and move on to Abraxia and Gaz.
Alright.
Please go ahead and ping, I believe it's table number 6, right?
We are
So
here.
before we went there, I'm telling to Abraxia, oi, you do the talking and I do the stomping. All right?
Very well, Gazgul. Okay. I'd like to know who I'm looking at the table.
3 halflings dressed in bright, motley colors dine at the table.
I do the stomping.
They speak loudly, but in a language that you do not understand.
Okay. I go up to them and I say, "Hello there. That's a very interesting color of your outfit. Are you from a particular type of halfling tribe or something? I don't know much about halflings. Are you a merchant, perhaps?"
The 3 halflings, when you approach and speak to them, they stop talking and they kind of like stare at you, like trying to understand why you would even want to talk to them. When you question them, they're just like, like that.
Okay. Is there something I can do to help you? You seem to be talking a lot, and I was wondering maybe you've got. I don't really know what to say. Sorry. Is there something maybe I can do to help you? I can provide a service. I'm an adventurer, you see, and I am very good at slashing with my sword.
Okay.
Okay, I will.
It says, she wants to offer us a service, brothers, and then I'll start laughing hard.
I give them a really dirty look.
Oi! So you get understands us. I am very mad at this point.
Okay, so when you look mad, they kind of laugh even harder, and then they say, "Hello, miss. Ton is my name. This is my brother Tane and my brother Tyne. We're tumblers performing with a traveling show, and we're performing in Flan these few 10 days. We'll be leaving town in about 2 weeks, and yeah, it's very nice to meet you. You're very entertaining."
Okay. How long have you been in the performance industry?
Oh gosh, ever since. And as if to put a point on his comment, the 3 brothers actually jump out of their seats. Torn does a handstand, Tyne does a backflip and lands standing on his feet, and then Tyne does a handstand on the top of the both of them.
I applaud. Bravo, bravo. Can I give you maybe 5 coins for that? Because I thought that was exceptional.
Oh gosh, they are so happy that someone wanted to tip them. because being a performer's, it's hard work, and man, I'll tell you what, halflings do love some gold.
I will just say, use guys small but handy. Might not smash. Might. It's like a good thing to say about them, so But please pay them the gold because
So I hand over the gold and say, you definitely deserve this. I would love to see your show at some point as well. So you're here for 10 days.
They actually interrupt you when you say that. They say, well, you can come and see us. We're performing every night at the circus tent in the center of the town square.
That's amazing. I will definitely try and get there. I'd love to see your show.
Not me,
Great,
it's
thanks. Bye.
Oi.
Go back to talking in a language that you can't understand.
Okay.
I'll grab one by the collar and tell him we are not finished yet. We have one question remaining.
He says, wait, what do you want, man? Don't hurt me.
Have you seen something weird going on in this pub here? Something about some magical stuff, I don't know. This lady knows more than me in this thing. Like some magical stuff happening.
Okay, so you pick up the halfling by his collar, and you kind of intimidate him a little bit, and things get a little loud. He's kicking his feet and kind of shouting, and the human at table 3, he stands up and he starts to make a run.
Ooh.
Oi! Fight's going on, yeah!
Wait, which human tries to run away?
Table 3 humans.
The southeast corner of the room.
With the dwarf lady.
Southeast.
Ah, shit.
Oh! Alright, where's he going? It's my time. Smacking time.
Okay, can I intercept him?
Let me just give it a little bit of flavor, and then we'll enter combat. You guys already rolled for your initiative, so I only have to roll for the other people.
Okay.
Okay, so this human, he stands up, knocking his chair over, and just makes a mad dash for the door. It's pretty obvious to him that you guys are looking for a magic item, and it's pretty obvious to you guys that he has it. He makes a dash to the door, and he makes it over to the bottom of the staircase before Aravos is.
Where is he?
So let me just grab a human and pop him on the map where he's standing.
Quick question. Should I blast or should I not blast?
You said you had a trap or a snare or something. Could you use your ball bearings and try and trip him up?
I don't think that works like that.
Okay. Where exactly is he? He's by the door. He's there.
I mean, give me a second to check, but I don't think it works like that.
I just wanna smack him.
You can toss your ball bearings as an action, and anybody who acts after you can be affected by the ball.
Oh yeah, don't do that then.
Okay.
Ball bearings are best used. If I'm being honest. Ball bearings are best used on your way out of a dungeon, never on the way.
Okay, I was just checking.
Wait, so he's trying to run up the stairs?
He ran to the bottom of the stairs, and it is now Aravos.
Yeah, but where is he trying to head? Like, up the stairs? Faced or...
It's in just a couple seconds. You just see that he ran in the direction towards the door and the stairs away from where he was.
Smash his knees! Smash his knees!
Jesus, what the fuck should I do to this idiot?
Guys, I'm going to be AFK for just like 1 minute. I have to.
Okay,
No problem.
Yeah, just enough time to me to think about something.
Okay, Bender's gone for 1 minute too.
Yeah, I'm too low on level to have anything that's not me blasting his face off.
Do you have a close combat attack?
I'm not a close combat guy. I can toss a dagger in his face.
Yeah, but you'd have to do it like to incapacitate, to try and knock him out.
Maybe go for his kneecap or something, stop him from running.
There's no cold shots. I cannot hit a specific thing.
Oh, okay.
And magic cannot be used as a non-lethal attack.
Do you have a restraining spell?
Nope. I said I'm too low level.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I mean, I could definitely get to him. The problem with me is if I try to grapple him, I'm using strength, and that's not my suit. But I can punch him. I can use all my attacks as punching attacks and just do basic bludgeoning. I mean, I can even flurry of blows and do it 3 times.
I know what to do. If you want to grapple him, I'm just gonna like hex his athletics skill.
Okay, well, I can get to him, and then maybe Gazkul can get behind him and grapple him, or Ibraxia as well, because you've got strength.
I do have strength.
So you'd have a bonus to grappling him.
Bay says, can you not just get close enough to clothesline him?
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm going to try and do, but it's not my thing.
Aramos is first to act. What is your decision, sir?
I'm gonna hex the idiot with strength, so his athletics is at disadvantage. And I'm gonna hold an Eldritch Blast if these guys like start hitting him or trying to kill him, or he tries to kill us, and I'm gonna fuck him up. What's that roll for?
That's the initiative roll for the guy who got up and ran.
Oh, yeah, okay. And that's my turn.
So wait, we got him or not?
Not yet, no.
Ross has hexed him.
Next to act is Felix.
Well, I'm going to try and get to him, and then I'm going to do non-lethal damage to try and knock him out with my punches. I'm in the same space as him. Okay, so I'm not even going to use my staff. I'm just going to be punching for this. Although, can I do non-lethal with my staff?
You can declare non-lethal damage with any melee attack. Magic always is
Lethal. Okay. So I'm just going to go with my staff and my fists to try and knock him out. So let me get my character. Here we go. Is that a hit?
Yeah, a 19 is good. Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah.
Come on. So 8 bludgeoning damage, non-lethal.
Okay, as you hit this guy with your quarterstaff, he sees you running towards him. He reaches into his.
I lost you.
He pulls out some sort of a glass orb. It looks like he's going to use it on you, but then you hit him with your quarterstaff. He drops the orb.
Can I try and catch it? I have a bonus action.
Okay. What did you want to try to do?
I've smacked him with the thing and I see the orb falling. Can I try and catch it? With my bonus action?
You can try. You know what? Go ahead and try, but I don't think you're going to be able to do it. But try anyway.
What should I roll?
Roll a dexterity check.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, you reach out with your hand. It actually just tips off your middle finger and continues to fall to the floor. The orb falls on the floor and shatters. Inside is a leather-wrapped tooth from a blue dragon. As soon as the glass shatters, you see the man who dropped it. He is completely enveloped in crackling electricity and screaming.
Okay. I am. So I. All right. So. It's. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna.
He falls prone to the floor. He's writhing, he's screaming in pain, having contortions and all that.
Can I medicine check him? See if I can help him.
You can try.
That's not very convincing sounding. He gets out his herbs and gets slashed by a giant claw. No, that's definitely not good.
That's not a bad roll.
Can I see what's going on with him?
You reach out to touch this fellow, and yeah, you take 4 lightning.
Oh. Okay. All right. And that's everything I can do, I think. Because I've
You
done
still
my.
have movement.
I moved to get to him. I've got a little bit of movement left.
Oh, okay.
But
So next to act is Abraxia.
Okay. Abraxia moves over to the man who is writhing in pain and convulsing. She is going. She looks very surprised that he kind of hurt himself. She was hoping that she would hurt him rather than himself. She would like. What can I do? Can I pick up the leather tooth?
I want you to go ahead
And what would you like me to roll?
interacting with an object is a free action.
Oh, okay. So I don't have to roll anything then. Okay. So I pick up the tooth.
Okay, you take 4 lightning damage.
Do I still keep it on my body?
If you choose to do so, you can.
Alright, I drop it. I go, oh my god, this is terrible. I don't like this. And I drop it back to the floor.
This is terrible.
oh golly gosh!
Okay, when you drop the tooth, the guy who's laying there, he's still got like electricity volting through his body for a few seconds, but then suddenly he sort of stops moving. There's like smoke coming out of his ears and his eyes, and a bolt of lightning shoots out of his head and shoots across to.
Wait, from the guy who was on the floor?
To where?
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, I thought you just cut out. Alright, disappeared again.
Yeah. Isn't that from the guy who was on the floor?
Yes, this is
Oh, on the floor.
Yeah.
Don't hit Felix, don't hit Felix, don't hit Felix, don't hit Felix.
Hit me, you kids.
You're a masochist.
Hit
Lord.
me!
Come on if you think you're hard enough. Gets.
You know what? I want a nature check from Abraxia, who picked up the.
Okay.
-1.
Shut up.
No, Malik, you still do really
Oh, meh.
What did you get, please?
I got a 9.
Okay. In that case, you notice that it is definitely a tooth from a dragon.
Okay, defo a tooth. Good to know. It looks like a tooth, everyone.
The dwarf also is trying to make a run for it and heading your direction, which I'll add in just a second. But there's more to say about the.
Globbering time.
Why can I not find this? There was a list of what is supposed to happen, and now I just can't find it.
The dwarf running to. Oh, fair enough. We'll see where he ends up.
The tooth picked up is warm to the touch. It pulsates in rhythm with the crackling of the lightning. With that roll that you get, what did you roll again for your nature check?
Me, I rolled a 9.
The lightning actually jumps out of the body of the man in the form of a lightning bolt and shoots over to Skylar, which I will ping on the map for you guys to remember where he is. He was the guy who barfed on your feet. He's laying on the floor. Now he's being shot by electricity. He's probably barfing.
Hope he dies. Zog him.
It's going everywhere.
Puking kid. Alright, fair enough.
You guys.
And where's the dwarf running away?
And I'm going to stick the dwarf on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. The problem is,
This always happens. Felix does something with the best of intentions, runs over and gets clobbered, zapped, mauled by a wolf, or stabbed by multiple swords.
but the
This time
problem
I've been
is,
electrocuted.
the problem is, who wouldn't run at this point? I mean, seriously, like, lighting's going on. I mean,
Cool. There's your
he's
dwarf.
there, and what's his movement? Like, he's pretty slow, right?
Get him,
The other
Gaston.
people are pretty like hungry or maybe bored and want to watch something for entertainment.
No, the dwarf just only got his turn.
I have a better plan. Alright, is it my turn? I guess it is, right?
Next to act is Gaz.
Yeah, so I would like to move to our patron who told us about the what's going on. There.
You can shout to him, you know, it's a free action.
Shout to him.
Yeah.
Alright, fair enough. Before I move, for a free action, I would like to shout to him. Is that the stuff we're supposed to be looking for in Orcish thing? Is that it, ya gid?
Dude, that was awesome, can I just say.
I love it.
He is
Thank
awesome.
you.
Fender's a legend.
Because I'm an orc, right? I mean, yeah.
It's like you got a verbal tick, you just say you get after everything. It's like, thank you for the dinner, you get. Yours is the most beautiful orc I've ever seen, you get.
So what does he say?
Gaz, any more actions?
Well, instead of like before the free action or after, because I don't know what he says. That like, can I listen to what he says before I do some other actions?
He can speak as a free action on his turn.
Oh god damn. Well,
Crump the dwarf.
No, I will not. No, because he's slow. I guess he's slow. So I will move to him, to the guy, because I have some weird thing about him. I'll move there. I hug him a little bit, just a little bit. Just put my arm around it, and then I'll say, "Is that the proper kid, or is that the dwarf running there? And now you better be spitting your beans, you little
moved the
bastard."
Braxia, by the way, just to let you know, you moved the Braxia, not yourself.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, sorry.
How is everyone being able to move me?
I have no clue. Sorry, I moved you back. And I moved there in order to block the movement outside of the building. And kind of hug my orcish friend and tell him to spill his beans, because this is really getting weird at this point. And, point to him at the glass and put him at the dwarf and tell him what's going on. Sorry?
I said, okay, thank you. The next to act would have been, okay. So next to act, the human who was electrocuted and then died, he stirs, he stands up, and he looks like he's in a daze, and he starts walking toward...
Walking towards what?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Sorry, Nate. He stands up in a daze and he walks where?
He stands back up. He appeared to be dead, but he stood up and he started sort of like shambling towards the doorway.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's a lightning ghost.
This is gonna be fun.
Okay, next fact is the half orc, and that's my job. A half orc is just going to try and grapple.
Me? Fair enough.
The NPC that I have to play is going to be trying to grapple this electrical guy.
Good luck.
Ooh, wow.
Okay, so he successfully makes the grapple. He holds on to the guy. The guy is now restrained.
Also remember, he has disadvantage to escape on athletics now.
It doesn't really matter. He's definitely grappled either way. With that roll of 18, I mean, that's a sure thing right there. Okay, so the dwarf now is going to try to continue to make a run.
That it. He's gonna get crumped.
This is a dwarf female, yeah?
That is a female dwarf who was having a private meeting with the male human who was electrocuted.
I might not crump that. Alright.
Just as the Oh, okay. So as the dwarf is approaching the door and runs up behind the seemingly undead human, the guy who's laying on the floor, throwing up and convulsing, lightning shoots out of his head, and it shoots across, and it hits the dwarf. And the dwarf, he's electrocuted. I mean, he's freaking electrocuted.
God damn.
Can we put the...
Okay, and
You notice that when the guy had the fang in his possession, in his hand, the lightning didn't go off. It was only when he dropped it that the lightning started hitting everybody.
Okay.
Good luck.
But it was in a glass orb, yes? Beforehand, it shattered on the ground.
That's correct. He was in fact holding it in his hand.
Okay.
Can we grab a beer glass
I was gonna
and
say,
put it in it,
I
please?
was gonna say grab a bottle.
That sounds like okay, it's too big to fit in a bottle, but definitely like a glass mug or a stein might be able to contain.
Well, who's next then?
But still, do we have any answer from the half orc that I'm hugging and telling him what the hell is going on?
Okay, the half orc says, I have to assume that that's it. That's the most powerful magic item that I have seen in the history of being in the Emerald Isle.
Yeah. Yeah. And,
Use a git. That's what
Phoenix
I'm going to tell
turns
him.
over to you and turns around and says, yeah, and it wouldn't be writhing on the floor right now if a certain someone hadn't screamed out that we were looking for a certain item.
Okay, we're back to the top of the initiative order, and the first to act is Arabos.
Do the human, the dwarf, and the throwing up guy look entirely dead? Like when
They do appear dead, but the human, in fact, stood up in a daze and started just marching blindly towards the door on his next act.
So when you say lightning exploded from their heads, their heads basically exploded at that point.
No. Lightning is shooting out of the top of their head and hitting another person, and then that person is also being electrocuted. Their bodies are laying there, but that human stood back up, and he was the only one so far, if we're speaking in meta terms, who had a turn since he was elected.
Shit.
Okay.
Well, you mentioned it. Grab a glass.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I was just thinking if I can try and heal these guys and trying to get them back up, but that apparently is not gonna be the same. There are gonna be some lightning zombies that we need to deal with. Yeah, I'm gonna, because I'm already at the bar, I'm gonna grab the nearest, like, big glass tankard or glass, it's not a cup, it's what's been said. Jar, even, if I can. And if I just get the big glass, like a tankard size glass, I'm gonna try and get like a small plate so I can scoop the what? The dragon tooth and then cover it up with like any plate or something, so it stays completely
So
sealed.
you're grabbing a cup and a plate, and you're going to scoop it up.
Yep. And take my
That sounds
Like a
like
wasp.
such a good idea right now. I would say if I was in your party, I would try exactly the same thing.
It's like getting rid of a wasp or a bee.
So I think this is where that dragon tooth is, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm just gonna try to scoop it up and close it in.
Okay, you managed to scoop up the dragon tooth and to close it in, and the dwarf falls to the ground. Okay, lightning shoots out of his head, and it goes and hits Felix's fiance.
God damn, son.
Eve. Oh, not the old ladies. Okay. Oh God.
Might have a problem.
Somebody grab a lot that wild, whatever it is.
But how am I supposed to do that? I don't know anything about magic.
It's a sign.
Who's got good arcana or name? I want somebody to think really hard about it for a minute.
Yeah, I have proficiency in Arcana, and my Arcana is +1. Yay! So I think I'm the only even decently arcana thought person in this whole party.
Okay, please go ahead and roll that Arcana.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be an actual 23.
Decent.
That's a good roll, my friend. Let me just find the exact verbiage here.
I was gonna say smash it, but that's just me.
You are, you're looking at the people that it has hit so far. And you're looking at the people who, have not been shot. And you notice that all of the people who have been shot so far have been people who hold on a second. I'm just trying to find exactly. I was trying to find the exact word.
No problem.
Not a problem.
I'm just constantly being afraid he gets cut off and I don't hear the most important line of text.
Oh man, I can't believe this. I'm having so much trouble finding my documentation tonight.
It's alright, honey.
It's all fun, that's what we're doing here.
Yeah.
Walk.
Okay, so Felix realizes that I'm sorry. What?
What did Felix realise?
You rolled the check, right? I'm sorry. Aravos realizes that everybody who's been hit so far has had something on their person that originated from the purple forest. I forget what it's called. God.
Oh, the something. Oh god, the something woods. The quivering woods, was it? Or the
Quivering forest.
Yeah.
Sorry. Everyone who's been hit has been eating, carrying, or touching something that originated from the quivering forest.
okay.
Okay, as I cup and bottle the tooth, I'm just gonna observe quickly and then calculate, like remember something and just. Okay, anyone that's touched, eaten, or has anything from the quivering forest, drop it now and get out.
Should we roll for something?
Okay, so you go ahead and shout that out, and as you do, the lightning actually shoots out of the elf woman's head and shoots through the window outside to a merchant who is selling safflowers and safflower oil outside.
For fuck's sakes! And I end my turn.
Jolly good, jolly good.
Okay, Felix, you're next to act, and Mr. Half-Orc, whose name I forget, the Half-Orc by the door, whose name I can't remember, he says,
Me, Gazgul, Václav, Venda.
No,
No,
the
no,
Half-Orc, the one who's the NPC.
the NPC, my friend.
Alright.
I don't speak for the players, I speak for the I
Alright.
speak for the trees.
Good.
Beryl, I think. Beryl.
That's right. He says, it looks like it's only jumping to people who have safflowers. And then he says, the man who brought it here, he was holding the tooth when the lightning struck.
Okay, I'm going to so the elf had safflowers, yes? She was holding a bow, the purple bow.
Her bow was made of wood from the quivering forest. The half-orc, he said safflowers only because he heard that dude yelling about safflowers, and he knows that safflowers come from the quivering forest. And he's in the doorway, so he saw the merchant outside selling safflowers get hit by the light.
Okay, Can I, oh god, something with safflowers. Can I look around the room and see if there's a source of safflowers close to me?
Can you pin where you're standing?
Do you want to get hit by lightning?
No, but if I can grab the safflower, safflower, put it in the same glass as the tooth, maybe we can attract the lightning back to the tooth.
Okay.
Hey, did you hear that? Anyway, so that's you right there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can actually see out the door, even though your two friends are standing there. You can see and hear, you looked over because the person screamed out when they were shocked. There's a safflower cellar right outside.
Okay, so...
They have a cart full of safflowers. You literally could like just go take them because the owner is like convulsing on the floor, shocked with the lightning.
Could I get outside and grab it?
There are no enemies blocking your way. You could walk right through the NPC.
Would I be able to get there and back? That's my question.
You'd be able to get there, but not back.
What if I use my monk's action, which allows me to, the step of the wind allows me to dash as a bonus action and still do an action?
That sounds like a brilliant idea. I want you to go ahead and just roleplay that right now.
Alright, so I'm going to use my key point, which allows me to use step of the wind. I'm going to dash outside. So I'm going to move outside my 40 feet. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got outside. I'll grab...
It's just to the north of you, 1 square. It's like right outside the door.
Alright, so I can make that, because I've still got 1 square left in my normal movement. I'm going to grab a handful of the safflowers. And then I'm going to use my key point to step of the wind and dash back to Aravos and stuff the flowers into the. I push the plate aside and I stuff the flowers into the pot alongside the into the glass alongside the tooth.
Okay, that's fine. That sounds like a great idea. You stuff the flowers in. When you touch the tooth, you take 4 lightning damage.
I didn't touch the. Okay, fine.
You said stuffed.
All right, done. And I'm down 1 key point. All right, that's I think that was I'm guessing my doing the interaction was my action. So and do I still have an action, or was the picking up the I did pick up and stuff into, so I'm guessing that's my free action and my action done.
Interacting with objects in the environment is a free action.
Okay, so I'm gonna chug if I've got my action, I'm gonna chug my Harper potion, just because I'm now because I'm in pain. So I'll do that as my action then.
All right.
So I've got 8 health back. I'm back up to full.
All right, good.
That's my turn.
Let's see. The elf in the corner. She stops convulsing. She's laying there with smoke coming out of her ears. The vendor outside stops convulsing, and the lightning shoots away from the vendor outside and directly into the goblet, which is being held by Aravos. And the lightning is now captured within the tooth, and you have succeeded in capturing the dragon's tooth and the lightning.
Yes.
Like, the moment our dedicated monk runs up to me and stuffs something in the door, and first I look at him, what the fuck are you doing? And then I see the lightning coming and I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, and just like extend the cup in front of me, like hit that, not me, hit that, not me, and it actually hit that, and I'm like,
I just appear in a burst of wind in front of him, and it's just like, what the hell are you doing? And then after, I'm genie in the bottle, baby.
Can I smack our half-orc patron and tell him what the hell was that? Yeah,
I
get.
think we still have people walking. That's an issue.
Actually, guys, I'm even though I'm like role playing out a bit, you guys are in initiative order in combat right now.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. So I'm last, or
So I've done my thing, so whoever's next, I don't know.
is it me?
Next to act is Abraxia. As the lightning is recaptured by the tooth, you notice that the people who were electrocuted, they actually all recover. They seem to be just fine, if only dazed.
Whew.
Okay, can I go up to the man that had the orb, seeing as he is back to normal but dazed? Can I hit him? Can I do it like unarmed combat and just say,
Non-lethal.
what the fuck were you doing with that?
Let me just check the adventure guide real quick. I want to see what it says about that.
Sure. Because I'm not happy.
Slap him.
I just want to slap him, wake him up
Oi.
and say, oi, what the fuck were you doing?
My slapping is not
I
gonna
turn
be
to
so
Abraxia
nice.
and say, can I have a winter blanket back now, please?
No, it's mine. You gave it to me. The GM has already acknowledged that.
She nicked my blanket.
I did not nick it.
Oh.
Even Loki
Okay,
agrees.
guys, here's the information you were just asking for. I'm going to go ahead and read that. The original human victim, named Tret, is alive. He says that he is only a merchant. He bought the tooth from a traveling band. They showed him that the tooth could be used to heat and work metal more easily than in a regular forge. So he purchased it to sell it to the Ironworkers Guild.
Okay. Can I ask if the people he bought it from was like from bandits? To go with what Meeple said, the white scaled dragon, about how she was robbed. I just wondered whether there was any connection, black market selling.
He can't answer another question during your turn.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I should just beat him up to see what's happening.
You
swear to
intimidate
God.
him.
No, intimidate by forcing my fist into his jaw.
I would like to intimidate him and just double check that he's being honest about, just buying it to help with,
Okay. You can roll that three ways. You can roll an intimidation check. You can roll a persuasion check, or you can. What was the other thing I was about to say?
Decide how nice you're gonna be. It's rude.
Intimidation, persuasion, or I can't remember. Just pick one of those two.
Okay, I'm going to choose intimidation. That's my best one.
Fair enough.
He's really intimidated. He's pretty much almost in tears. He's begging you not to hit him. He just wanted to sell. He just wanted to sell the orb fair.
Okay. I'm not quite sure what to do now. Alright, so he's being honest. He's bought this, and alright. So Abraxia believes that he is being honest. She sees the truth in his tears. And she wants to go over to the other guy that was running. Can I move in my action?
Yeah, you can. You have what, 30 feet of movement per turn?
Yeah. Where was the other guy that ran?
He's next to me.
He is standing right next to you. He's a dwarf. I'll ping him on the map right now.
Thank you. All right. So I'm going to move over to him, and I think that's my action. That I just go over to the dwarf.
Okay.
God.
Next to act is Gad.
Alright, so first action, I would like to ask the same guy, our orcish friend, what's going on exactly. And then I haven't been slapping anyone, so if he's like being cheeky to me, I would like to slap him non-lethally. So
Okay.
it depends what he says.
The only thing that he knew was that there was a dangerous magical item in the tavern that needed to be contained to maintain a safe atmosphere in Flan and areas beyond. He's working for the Emerald Enclave, and they're charged with keeping the peace in most of the Lost Lands.
I would like to slap him a little bit, but fair enough. This is a good answer, so I might not slap him. So I guess I'll stay guard. You know, if someone just decided to do dash, and I'll tell him you better not be lying to us, otherwise you'll be the one I'm smashing. So that's my turn.
Okay. He thinks to himself, that's pretty big talk from one half orc to another.
Oi! Oh! Alright, next turn it's on. It's on.
What is your... He looks you up and down and he says, so, how long you been inventing?
This is my first day.
That's what your mom said.
He nods his head and he under his breath he says, typical rookie.
Have you got beaten by a
it's
rookie?
action number 8.
It's his turn.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What were you saying?
Have you ever been beaten by a rookie before? Yeah, git.
He can't answer another question on your turn.
Yeah, fair enough. But I'm just saying.
It's rhetorical, I think.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so the first guy to act is actually the first one who was shocked. He's visibly shaking. He's trembling, and he asks if you guys would please just let him leave and go back home to his family.
Can any of us answer, or is it just does it have to be initiative order? Or
He is talking to the half orc who is a cop, and I think that the Emerald Enclave half orc is actually going to go ahead and hold his hand up and wave him by.
okay,
Hey, what? He's just gonna let him leave?
well, it doesn't seem like he meant to cause a crime. Just he was.
It has been established, and he was within earshot that guy was just doing a regular business deal. He didn't even know the item was dangerous. He just thought it was a dragon's tooth in a glass orb.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough. Can I give him just a little slap on the way back? Just a little one.
So now Burl Carr or Burl Khan, I forget.
Well,
Well-
He's the next act, and he's actually just going to ready an action. If anyone tries to escape without his permission, he's going to chop him with an axe.
okay.
Like it.
All right. So it's Erebos next. Oh, it's a dwarf.
It's the dwarf's turn. He is going to try and bust through the roadblock at the door. I'm going to roll a strength check. I want you, Gaz, to go ahead and roll a strength check as well, please.
Strength test. Fair enough.
Just click on strength.
Is that saving throw?
So may I
Strength
roll
contest. Think of like oh man, that's gonna be easy to beat.
So roll yours. Strength.
So wait, sorry.
There's saving throws.
Yeah, saving
And you just
throw.
click strength.
Which one is that?
And here,
It's not a saving throw. We're
Oh,
trying
it's
to
not.
do a direct. We're trying to do a direct strength on strength combat.
Okay.
Is that okay or no?
I don't know. You did a saving throw.
So is it athletics he has to do?
Roll 1d20 plus mod is what I'm trying to go for. 1d20 plus strength mod.
Well, okay, but that's okay. But he's proficient in strength anyway, so that's the same as a save throw, the total.
That's fine. You managed to hold him back. He can't escape. And next to act is
So the trader got released. The dwarf is trying to escape, and I'm guessing we want her alive, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that is not really my decision. You guys have to decide what's going to happen with this dwarf. Nobody else appears to be a combatant at all anymore except for yourselves.
I would like to kind of grab him by a collar and intimidate it a little bit. Like, what you doing? Why you is running, you git?
Okay, I'm gonna take the bottled tooth back to the bar, place it there, guard over it, and hold my action if, like, the dwarf breaks through and tries to escape, to just shoot it with an eldritch blast and finish this thing. So just keeping this tooth away from anyone and everything.
That sounds fantastic. And now that the tooth is secure and the dwarf has been basically captured inside the tavern, I want you guys to go ahead and get out of combat order and start role-playing how you want to talk.
Alright, so I want to go up to the female dwarf and be like, why did you try and run? What's going on? Have you got something to do with this?
While she's doing that, can I watch the action to see sort of any signs or tells maybe that the dwarf is looking shifty or is looking to try and run away or anything like that?
Okay, the dwarf looks around. He sees two half-orcs standing in the doorway, almost 3 times his own size. And he decides that it would be in his best interest to just spill. So he says,
So is
Is it a he or she?
Okay, I know that dwarves are... It's a girl dwarf, but they look the same.
Okay.
That's racist!
It's a female dwarf, but they look
And
the same.
sexist
It's
at
hard
the
to
same
tell.
time!
That's what she said. But anyway, I was just gonna pull her beard and ask her some difficult questions, but you got there first, so whatever.
You see it one strand at a time.
I beat you to it, Gaskell.
Okay, she wants to. This is what she wants to say. I mean, she's ready to spill. She says, I don't want to tell you this, but I can't go back to the Welcomers now. Anyway, the Welcomers wanted me to bring back the dragon's tooth. I don't know what the purpose was. They just paid me. They paid me a hefty bounty and promised to enroll me in their guild.
Okay, well we know the Welcomers is the Thieves Guild, if we remember correctly from a previous session. Is that correct?
If you don't remember something like that, you guys, I will always at least allow you to do a history.
Okay, can I do a history check and see whether I remember that this is a Thieves Guild?
Yes. Whoever's would be the one to do it.
Okay, history. Alright, that's not my best.
I've got no bonus to it at all.
Okay, you remember
Everything.
that The Welcomers are the Thieves Guild. You remember that the Welcomers are the ones who tried to steal the egg from you when you first picked it up. You remember that the Welcomers were the ones who had been involved with the green. Remember, he was making deals with the humans at the crypt.
Mm-hmm.
That also was the Welcomers, and you remember that from your last adventure. Brother Keith told you that the Welcomers and the cultists were working together.
Okay. There's something big going on, guys. It's like they're trying to like cause the apocalypse or something. All these dark necromantic magic and summoning a dragon and this tooth egg. It's all dragon related, guys.
Yes, I've noticed that we have a team. It's not good. Dragons are never good in any way.
I'm a dragonborn. Watch what you say, Avros.
While they're all arguing, I'm over there helping the wild earth up from the ground.
But also, you're not denying you're the most dangerous thing in this party. So, kind of the point still stands.
I look at Avros and I sort of look smugly.
I'm going to have to go ahead and let that.
And you're going to have to let what? Sorry?
I'm going to have to go ahead and let that ruling stand. You're the most dangerous.
I look at Avros and I sort of smugly say, yeah, I see your point.
I'm just going to wait till I can shoot beams from my fingertips.
And if you kill a dragon, I'm gonna consider you more dangerous than a dragon. So, still. Yeah, this is gonna be... Who are we gonna take this tooth to? Because...
When we is fighting, not talking.
Shall we give the tooth
guys,
to Beryl?
that is the end of your adventure for
Oh, wow. Okay. Brilliant.
Awesome.
Burl Ka thanks you very much for your assistance. He offers you 100 gold pieces each for helping. He also gives you a small tourmaline gem worth 50 gold pieces.
Okay.
Oh, so we have 2 of those gems. Nice.
You have in your possession an enchanted blue dragon's tooth, which Aravos, that is now your responsibility since you captured the land.
And we have the black scale, don't we? Oh, we have the black
shield.
Scale. We could give that to.
I have
Link
it.
as a shield.
That thing is also with me. I'm kind of a magnet for this, and
Well,
I'm not liking this.
I'm wondering whether we could give that to the barbarian because he doesn't have a shield at the moment. I don't. Well, you.
I do have a shield.
Would you want a black dragon scale shield instead?
No, I don't have that.
Okay.
I hate to be like this, dude, but I don't really want you guys like trading items after they've been divvied up.
All right, that's fair enough.
Can I friendly slap our oak barrel friend and tell him that I will be glad to fight him like non-lethally anytime?
Is that like an endearing manner?
Yeah.
He slaps you on the back as well, and he slaps you pretty damn hard, and he says, "Yeah, sure thing, anytime."
Do I get
No.
And then he says, "Looks like we've got things about wrapped up here. I'm going to have to go back and report to the Emerald Enclave." So you guys have had a great adventure. Your friend Burl Ka is now gone. Your potion of healing from the Harper's Guild is now gone. You don't have the Emerald Enclave characters, so there's no renown points today. You each get 2 adventure checkpoints.
Yes!
2 treasure points. And 5 downtime days at the conclusion of this mini adventure.
I have a question. This, you said this is the enchanted dragon tooth gem.
It's an enchanted blue dragon's tooth.
Oh,
What was the name of this adventure?
It's about the size of a dagger.
Okay, so who do I need to hustle down to get more information about this and how I can use it? Or use it to upgrade something?
Well, if you were to try to hold the item in your hand, it gives you 4 lightning damage every 6 seconds, every round of combat. So
Yeah, I kind of seen that, so I'm not gonna hold it. I just need somebody to explain to me what the fuck this is and how can I use it so it doesn't zap me.
Yeah, don't you need to have some rest time for that to identify it or to attune it or something like that?
No,
it
I need.
seems like the best case scenario so far with this dragon's tooth has been that the lightning is contained in the tooth and not killing it.
Yes. No, I'm gonna need a wizard. Like, honest to goodness, somebody who actually knows this shit to tell
Maybe
me
you
what.
can have it crafted
You know
into
what?
a dagger or
You know what?
something.
Yeah.
We can do that at the beginning of the next adventure because that is one of the services that are on offer in the town of Flan. You can go ahead and talk to someone who knows and find.
Yep, I'm gonna need to do that.
Can I ask a question? Do you
Please.
listen to Hello from the Magic Tavern?
Hello from the what?
Yeah, say what?
Yeah, sorry, just because you call the place Flan, that's the name of the magical city in the podcast Hello from the Magic Tavern. I was just wondering whether you were a listener, that's all. Okay.
I don't really know. Whenever I think of flan, I just think of that Mexican dessert.
So there was no renown points today. Okay, so 0 renown.
None today. You guys. Okay, here's the reason that you guys haven't earned any renown points yet. It's only because it's still tier 1, and I don't want to start pulling in a whole bunch of outside story elements in on the first tier because we're all going to just have to do first tier characters again pretty soon anyway.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
But we did get 5 renown points from our first combat, though, you said.
First session we got renown, yeah.
What do you mean we're gonna need to do first tier characters again?
Once your character sheets that you're playing right now get to tier 2, you
Yes.
won't be able to play them until we have at least 3 or more characters playing at the same time who also are tier 2.
Okay.
Okay, so
that's why the treasure points and adventure checkpoints are so useful. Because, for example, if you have a character who is level 4 and you're about to turn level 5, you can do a few adventures at level 4 and save up enough points to take your new character and level it up to like level 2 or level 3 to catch up with the party if you're ahead.
Cool. Well, I'm going to spend my adventure points to level myself up to level 3 now, because I've got 4 points now, so I can use them to level up.
Yeah, if you've got 4 adventure points
And you do too, so
and
you
you
can
haven't
samurai.
spent them already, then you
I-
will
I
level up
s-
tonight.
But I spent my 4 2 sessions ago to become
Yeah,
level
we've had
2.
4 games. Now, well, you got 2 yesterday, and you got 2 today.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
now
So
you're
I
level
could be
4.
level 3. Yeah, I could be level 3 now. Yeah.
What was the name of the adventure?
A shock at even feast.
Okay, so
Yeah, I need one more adventure to hit level 3 and then I'm gonna be a bit more useful.
Was it a shot at
Level 3.
even
feast.
feast?
A shock
Okay.
at even feast.
Even feast. Okay.
The level 3 is a big up for everybody, and so is level 4. So make sure you carefully read your class and characters. Make sure you carefully read your class to fully get all the benefits that come with level 3 and with level 4. They're
Yeah.
a big level up.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. All right. Well, I want to thank Miniacs Miniatures. I want to thank Nate for being an awesome GM. I want to thank Vendor for coming for his first online roleplay session. How
Hopefully
did you
not the
find?
last.
How did you find it?
It was a lot of fun, but I wish to smack more people.
Yeah.
On the
Well,
gob.
It will happen. It will happen.
You know what?
Funnily
That's
enough,
so
you
funny.
like the only adventure
It's
we'll
so
be.
funny that you came today because this is the least combat that we have seen. I mean, seriously, it was in the last 3 sections. It was piling up and piling up and piling up. So I wouldn't be too worried. I bet next time you'll get it.
Yeah. Base says, any chance of being able to do a running campaign? I would love to invest some time in a major story arc. We will be doing that in the future, so don't worry about that, Base. I'd also like to thank Many More Games, Xander, for coming. How did you find it today?
Oh, I really enjoyed myself. I mean, as usual, I always enjoy myself. Nate, that was really great. Thanks so much for being so patient with us as well, because I know it's hard when we're all sort of talking over each other, and but we really do appreciate.
On one mic.
We do really appreciate how accommodating you've been with that. Yeah, it's been really good, and we're really looking for. I mean, it's every sort of adventure is getting more exciting because we know we're going to level up at different times, and I've liked the mix of adventures as well, the puzzles as well as the. As well as just straight combat, and there's a definite role-playing element as well. So it's just been, it's just been what I expect D&D to be. So awesome, man! Thanks so much.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh wow! Thanks so much for saying that. I really appreciate that.
And
Thank you.
And Rogue Gamer, thank you as well. Did you enjoy it today?
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a campaign, more or less. It's just a bit of the stories that are connected through to a greater storyline.
Absolutely, yeah. It's crazy how we're starting to get little snippets from here and there and building up some information. It's great.
And now I'm gonna shoot firebolts from my fingers.
Okay, guys, I am gonna.
So, and my character is getting new traumas, so this is fun.
Perfect. Awesome. Okay, guys, I'm gonna hang up on Discord and I'm gonna find someone to raid. And maybe tomorrow, 10 o'clock.
I had a great time.
Perfect. And tomorrow at 10 o'clock, maybe we can do another session?
Sounds good to me.
I'm going to try. If we can get at least 3 players, I will give it a go.
Perfect.
Yes.
All right. I think Base wants to get in, and maybe Fang as well.
Day.
Yes.
And Rogue Game, Rogue Game is like, I want to level up to level 3.
What? You cut off.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna go now. You take care, everyone.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, my level up.
Hang on.
So you get.
Hang on. I need to raid.
So you. I'm just explaining to Benjamin back.
Okay, guys, I'm going to raid someone, so bear with me 1 second. I would like to thank Bases of Operations for coming in. Base, you're going to come in tomorrow. Perfect. I want to say thank you to Fang. I want to thank you, Suzukitty. I want to thank Nuts Paint. I also want to thank, who else am I missing? I'm not quite sure. I'm just going through my chat at the moment. No, I think that's pretty much everyone. So thank you all. Thank you for the hosts as well. Okay, we're going to raid. Let's find someone to raid. Okay, let me just go over here and just see who is on at the moment. Who is also playing online D&D. Just give me 1 tick and I will have a look. So, let us see who we have. Okay. So stay with me for a raid. No problem, Base. Okay, let's try Shenanigans. They got a really interesting map. So let me just give them a cheeky follow. Base, I'll be in Discord though if you're hanging around in the tavern. Yeah, I can do that. Oh no, they've stopped. They've stopped. Okay, I need to refresh Twitch obviously from last time I was on here. Okay. So, we have... Alright, let's see. Let's try... Let's see if these guys are online. That'd be good. Fingers crossed, guys. And... Yes, they are online. So we're going to give these guys a cheeky raid. So the raid call is "We Are Home." And I'll try and do something tomorrow. I don't know what. And then obviously around 10 o'clock plus 2 GMT, we'll be doing another D&D session. So look forward to seeing you all there. I hope you've enjoyed it. Bye everyone.
Bye.
Bye. Alright, are we raiding? Yes, we are raiding. Okay, perfect. I can end the stream.
Okay guys, that was fun, really.
End stream.
Yeah, did you